Hello girls and guys, Kondrachov here with you today. I had a question from one of the subscribers about deadlifts. How do you minimize lower back pain when dealing with deadlifts? First of all, a disclaimer, I am not a medical professional, I am not a doctor, so if you're experiencing acute lower back pain when deadlifting, I would highly advise you to consult with a doctor or a medical professional. So with that out of the way, general tips to reduce pain. Number one tip is to have a perfect technique when you do deadlifts. This especially concerns conventional deadlifts and sumo deadlifts. Also, generally speaking, sumo deadlifts are easier on lower back recovery and they utilize more hips and other musculature. With a conventional deadlift, you're going to be more hinged, and that may cause more pain ultimately. So number one tip, like I said, is perfecting your technique and making sure that you have enough hamstring flexibility to do the hip, and that your hips are mobile enough to do this movement. So that was tip number one. Tip number two is to reduce the overall frequency of your deadlifts. So you don't want to be this guy who does deadlifts every single day and who maxes out on deadlifts every single day. This is a very bad idea. I think that squatting every day is possible. This is less strain on your central nervous system, so definitely doable, but also unsustainable long term. So with deadlifts, I would say that for most people, deadlifting once or twice per week is a good frequency to follow. Smaller lifters, females, can get away with deadlifting a bit more frequently than bigger lifters who produce more force. So that was tip number two. Number three tip is to switch your deadlifting variations. Just one second, police here. Okay, so like I said, tip number three is to switch your deadlifting variations. What I mean by that is that you don't want to do conventional deadlift or sumo deadlift all the damn freaking time. If you're not a competitive power lifter, if you're not training for a certain strength sport like strongman, if you don't need to do conventional deadlift or sumo deadlift in your competition, just do various deadlifts. Do conventional deadlift, sumo deadlift, obviously those are the basics, but also don't neglect doing like something like behind back deadlift, or for example a Jefferson deadlift, or maybe doing a lighter deadlift but from a deficit. The point is, switch up your deadlifting variations. That will strain your musculature and joints from different angles, and so that you don't have the same stress going through your body through the same angle. That's how you cause wear and tear in your body, in my opinion. And number four suggestion is do rehabilitation work for your spine. So for example, after every single deadlift, hang from a pull-up bar, do some pull-ups, do some chin-ups, hang from parallel bar dips, so you can like for example do leg lifts on parallel bars. All of these things decompress your spine. Also belt squats decompress your spine. Those are amazing things to be doing, especially in the workouts when you are doing deadlifts. So decompress your spine as much as you can. That's another big factor that many people neglect in their training. And lastly, I would say strengthen your abs and strengthen your lower back directly through doing reverse hyperextensions, back extensions, doing an exercise called swimmer. If you have questions about that, I can answer that potentially later on. You should do sit-ups, you should do leg lifts, you should do planks. I think that direct core work definitely helps with that. So I hope you got something out of this. If you like this content, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And ask me if you have ask me any questions if you have any for me. So without further ado, take care, have a great day, stay positive, don't be negative, and have a great day. Take care.